Hello all, welcome to the On the Rocks YouTube channel. Uh, we are Bangalore's youngest bonsai house and pottery studio. And today we are coming out with one of our very unique creations. It's a zero carbon footprint slip pot. Now, what's a slip pot? Now, basically in bonsai, there are two stages in development of a bonsai. The first stage is your trunk, root, and primary and secondary branches. So that's a stage that you'd like to do it a little fast. The other thing is when you grow your bonsai in a pot, it tends to get root bound. Okay, so that is something you don't desire. You want a nice, clear, flared out nabari so that your bonsai looks like an ancient tree in its final pot. So what we have developed is something that will prevent your plant from going root bound. The other thing is it would triple the speed at which you thicken your trunk and develop your primary and secondary branches. Now in this particular plant, I'm not very happy with it's been grown in a normal pot. So already the turning has, all the twisting has begun. So now I'm going to correct this first. So one is we'll get rid of the undesirable roots. Yeah, there we go. See, now what I'm doing is I'm getting the root to flare out. Okay, so over time, this would develop into a nice round flared out root base. So this is not possible when you do it in a normal pot. When you put it in a bonsai pot, you're slowing down the entire process. So you move this plant into a bonsai pot only once you have developed your root, your trunk, and your primary, secondary branches. Once you go to the bonsai pot, you're going to focus on ramification and leaf reduction. So let's put it into our slip pot. Okay. Before that, let me explain what's there inside the slip pot. What I've done here is I've put a coconut husk around to cover the holes, basically. And then we put our bonsai soil, development soil into this. Our development soil would be perlite, peat, river sand, and some micronutrient. So that would be our development soil. So that would be how you set up your slip pot. The other thing is see that there's a mound in the center because the objective is to get your roots out like this. Okay. So let's get back to the tree. We'll do a little more finishing. See, we want to get it flat underneath because eventually this is going to go into a bonsai tray. So the earlier you start the process, the better. See, basically you don't want any root going inward, you want only the outward roots in your design. Because the earlier you correct that, the better. That's better. See, the same way how most people work to get taper on the tree, you have to do the same thing to your roots too. Then you get the aged look onto your tree. So these two are too high, I'll get rid of them. Okay. This guy is too thick, so he mess up our design. Let's leave a little bit. So now I clamp it down. This clamp can be removed in maybe 2 or 3 months. We don't want this to fall out. Since we are a farm, we have dogs, wild animals. Anything can knock our plants out. Wire cutting. It up. Top it up inside. So finally, all you've got to do is, in a normal pot like this, we filled it up with gravel. That's it, because this is more to motivate the roots to grow. Put your slip pot in. Some more gravel around it. Yeah, and we are ready to go. So we'll give you an update of this after 12 months to show you the effect of our slip pot. Here there are some more demos on how we have used the slip pot. So now this is something very important. You need to put some kind of, a bonsai would be standing out of its tray when it comes. So you're going to be planting your plant a little high. So you need to put some cocoa husk or some kind of mulch to keep the soil in place. Since our soil is predominantly perlite, we have to do this, otherwise the soil just comes out of the pot. But with this kind of soil, we will get a very, very strong fibrous root system, which is essential for bonsai. So before you put your bonsai through this process, I wouldn't recommend you to move it to its bonsai pot. So like for example, in this plant, I am happy with the trunk, and the primary branches are kind of in place. Now I need to work on the secondary branches in this plant. So here too, this is I think around a 20 to a 25-year-old Ficus schefflera, which we have started working on. Here too, the trunk, I'm more than happy with the trunk, but I would now like to work on the secondary branches. So once I would recommend that you let the plant be in your slip pot for at least 3 months before you start working on anything else, because that would give it time to get its nice root system in place, and you will have your perfect nabari and possibly 1/3 the time that it would take in any other form of potting. Now I will show you a little more effective method of using the slip pot. So this is ideal for those who don't have a garden space. But if you do have a garden space, just follow us. I'll take you to our other area. Okay. This is the most deadly method of growing your bonsai quickly. So when you plant your plant in the ground like this, your trunk thickening happens at a rocket pace. So basically in 2 years you will get the growth of nearly 10 years in a pot by using this method. See these mulberries, right now I'm not doing a trunk work on this, I'm doing primary branches and secondary branches development. This has just been here for a week and already you can see that the roots have started to shoot out of our holes. Okay, so now what will happen is here you get this perfect flared out root base. All you need to do is once a year cut the roots, take it out, you have root pruning done, put it back in. So that way you are keeping your roots under control, and also the mix over here needs to be a very good mix for the plant so that it would be encouraged to give out a lot of roots inside the pot itself. So here we again use our development soil for this mix, and we'll give you an update of this too in maybe another 6 months, so then you'll know the effectiveness of our slip pots. So thanks for watching and stay in touch.